For 10 years now, thousands of workers from all over the world have been toiling away beneath the streets in our country's biggest city, building the most ambitious and most transformative transport project the country's ever seen, the City Rail Link. Tēnā koutou katoa. My name is Patrick Reynolds. I'm one of the people behind the Transport, Housing and Urban Form Advocacy Group, Greater Auckland, and I'm here to attempt to answer the question everyone is asking. When will it open? When will Aucklanders be able to just walk in here and experience this exciting new piece of city kit? So first I have to say, I don't know. And I'm not sure anybody really does know at this point, although of course all sorts of scenarios are being worked on as we speak. So let's start with what we do know. The construction company, City Rail Link Limited, is due to hand over the tunnels and stations to Auckland Transport and Kiwi Rail at the end of 2025. Then there will be a long, full rail network shutdown for most of January, hopefully the last such shutdown ever. This is due to end on January the 26th, 2026, through which they will be finalising the integration of the City Rail Link into the rest of the whole Auckland passenger rail network. Because the trains will not just be running up and down through the new tunnels, but will rather be starting as far south as Pukekohe, Papakura and Manukau City, and from Swanson in the west, making their way all the way through the wider city, picking up passengers, dropping them off before entering the new tunnels, stopping at the new stations and then heading all the way back out again to the edges. So this is an upgrade to the entire rail system of the city. It's not just some new toys for the city centre. I mean, it is that. We are getting great place upgrades around each of the stations in the city centre, and that's part of the dividend, part of the value proposition of the whole thing. But really, this is for people all across the network. Now, we can ask, when is the earliest possible date it could open? The dream scenario. Well, that would be immediately after the summer shutdown, so say the 27th of January 2026. Now this is unlikely, but it would be absolutely glorious, and even more poetic would be for it to open the day before, the 26th of January, as that is Auckland Anniversary Day. How amazing that would be. However, for them to pull that off, all the rebuilds across the whole network, plus testing of the complicated new systems in the tunnels, driver training, station staff induction, emergency rehearsals and so on, that would all have to have been completed faultlessly and quickly. Is that possible? At this stage, we have no idea. Although we do know the train testing to date has gone extremely well. Okay, so I think we can call that a very unlikely stretch date, a dream scenario, the best anniversary gift ever. If that's too tight, when's the next likely date? If just a little more prep time is needed, but things still have gone incredibly well, enabling a pretty early opening, then maybe after Waitangi weekend could be the day, Monday the 9th of February. This would mean it could be all up and running for the busiest month of the year on the city's transport networks, March. This too would be great. What a wonderful way to welcome the new users into a new age. Otherwise, a more likely option, possible if there have been delays in commissioning signals or some other key process, mightn't be till after Easter, so say Tuesday the 7th of April. Or, if it's all proving too complex and they want to play it really safe, it possibly won't open until mid-year. This is probably more likely. So perhaps after the July school holidays, July the 20th. Whenever it opens, we know it's going to be a huge success. It will quickly forge a whole new identity for our one city of scale. It will transform both the ways we get around, but also create an entirely new idea for Tamaki Makarau Auckland, in a way we haven't seen since the Harbour Bridge opened over 65 years ago. So what do you think? When are we likely to get access to our new spaces and our new way of getting across town? And how long before we forget what it was like before we could just nip underground and zoom from one part of the city to another? Say, from the eastern suburbs all the way directly to Eden Park for an event and then back to Karangahape Road for post-match drinks, or to work in some glass tower in Midtown or anywhere else on the whole network seamlessly. Ngā mihi nui. Thanks for watching, but an especially big thanks to all those who are working on this project still and who worked to make it a reality.